tales of fortune, ghost towns round another bend. Trains half empty, but I'm rolling, chasing dreams I'll never know. In this hard land, I've been searching for a place to call my own.
Greetings and salutations once again from the mystical town of Fresno, Nevada, out there somewhere on the end of that long, lonely highway. It is I, your guide to all things weird and wonderful in the world of Fresno, Nevada. Day 6, I believe, of our randomly generating the town of Fresno. I thought I'd give you something different to look at instead of just pages of text. So here's a random picture of the Nevada highway. Hopefully that will inspire you to think about this mystical city we're building. We're almost done. I think we've only got like 2 more tables to go on. Today we are doing the Temple District, I believe. Yes, so we will start with our usual rolling a d6 to see how many buildings we get and move on. So we're going to roll 1d6. Can't be any worse. And we get 5. Ooh, this might be our largest district yet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Yes. So we're going to roll 5 times on the roll. We got a 3, a 6, a 4, a 2, and a 3. Minor Deities Chapel. Okay. What's the difference between a chapel and a temple? A 6 on the table is a revered holy site inside town. And we got a 4, a 2, and a 3. A 4 is a forbidden shrine. Ooh, forbidden shrine. That's going to have to be hidden inside something since it's forbidden. Some unforbidden. And a 2 and a 3. A 2 is a minor deities chapel. And a 3 is also a minor deities chapel. So we got a minor deities chapel, a holy site, a forbidden shrine, a minor deities chapel. And I think I'm just going to change one of those around and make it like either a shop or a tavern, because there's got to be something else inside the holies district besides just chapels. I mean, you know, somebody's got to feed. So we're going to throw in a tavern. Oh, say, let's start with our forbidden shrine and see what our forbidden shrine is hidden as. So we're going to roll a different building in a different part of town and just see what that is. So it's going to be hidden, disguised as some kind of store probably, or something that, you know, people would not suspect. So maybe like just a, you know, where does this forbidden shrine meet? Hidden inside a I don't know, what kind of stores would you find in a section of town dedicated to multiple religions? First, it's hard to imagine that more than one temple would be allowed in town, but this town apparently is large enough to support 1, 2 temples, plus the temple we rolled up previously, a holy site dedicated to something, and a hidden shrine Probably a small bookshop, right? All right. Minor God Chapel number 1. How we generate our God. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to the NPC table. And we're going to roll ancestry and class. So we're going to roll a D12 and a D4. We got a 4 and a 4. All right. 4 gives us human, wizard. Actually, that was supposed to be a D6, wasn't it? Two, priest. Okay. Minor God chapels to the human god of, and I just rolled a random on this table, and I got wealth. So human god of commerce. Minor God's chapel to the human god, minor chapel to the human god of commerce. Then we got a holy site. Holy site, what, how do you generate what happened at a holy site? Holy site dedicated to a miracle, probably. So what happened at our holy site to make it important to the town that they would dedicate a whole entire thing to it? So dedicated to some miracle that happened in town, maybe a resurrection or a reincarnation, like the first successful resurrection. I don't know. There's no real table to things. I'm going to have to see if there is one. Random miracle table. Let's see if this exists. Oh, well, we got random magic effect table. That's close enough. We're going to roll a D100 on this table. This table I found at Lit RPG Reads. It's a percentile. We love ourselves some percentile. And we got 12. Okay. Flies descend on you for the next minute. Okay, something regarding flies. So the miracle of, I mean, the Passover, right? Since we're doing Judaism, basically, since I'm a Jew, of the first Passover. So the miracle of the first Passover. So this is a holy site dedicated to, the plagues that were visited upon the Jews, because I'm a Jew, so I'm going to have that. And we got our forbidden shrine. What's our forbidden shrine to? We do the same thing. We're going to go to the rival crawlers. We're going to roll a D12 and a D6. Our D12 gives us a 12, and our D6 gives us a 5. 12 goblin and 5. So this is a hidden shrine to some goblin god or some evil god. Forbidden shrine hidden inside a boss. Dedicated. Now, goblins and bookshops don't really go together, but it could just be an evil god associated with goblins. So what do we associate with goblins besides fire and destruction and chaos and taking things apart and explosions? So I guess just fire. God of fire in a bookshop. I think we're going to change that to a small shop that sells candles. Dedicated to the evil god of fire. Candles, fire. Then we've got a second minor deity's chapel. Same thing. We're going to roll on the D12 and the D4. D12, we got a 9. D4, we got a 3. 9 gives us halfling, and 3 gives us thieves. There's a little racial stereotyping for you. We'll change it to the halfling god of adventure, right? Because they're not thieves. They were expert treasure finders, right? And then we got a tavern. We get to name our tavern. We're going to roll 3d20. We got a 16, a 7, and a 16. 16 gives us the blade. 7 gives us the candle. And 16 gives us a ban on all weapons. Tavern for priests. And the tavern is owned by nine and a 6. Tavern is owned by a halfling commoner. Who's extremely famous. Interesting. So extremely famous would be like 7th or 8th level, right? I'm not sure how a commoner hits 7th level, but he's not, you know. Now we'll come up with a name for our halfling. We're going to roll a d20 on Kelsey's unusual 19. You got Una. All these seem to be female names. Oh, Rennie. Rennie could be a boy. It sounds French. And what is our French halfling's last name? You've got a 17, a 4, and a 16. 17 came as Myrrh, Czar. Okay, Merzark. Rennie Merzark. And Rennie Merzark's secret Many Ruzak. We're going to roll 3d20 to see if we know anything special about him. We got a 2, a 15, and an 11. 2 gives us very stocky. 15 gives us speaks quietly. And 11 gives us is in a deep gambling debt. Stocky, even for a halfling. Okay, so we've got a chapel dedicated to the human god of commerce. We've got a holy site dedicated to the plagues and those who survived the plagues. We've got a forbidden shrine hidden inside a small shop that sells candles and holy objects dedicated to the evil god of fire and goblins. We've got a minor chapel to the halfling god of quote-unquote adventure. And we've got a tavern called The Blade and the Candle that has abandoned all weapons. It's owned by a relatively famous stocky halfling commoner named Rennie, who speaks softly and has a gambling debt. There we go. Now, chapels doesn't mean that there's necessarily somebody who, you know, takes care of them. There might not be a high priest. It could just be a chapel that's opened all the time for anybody. You see these every now and then, small little holy sites, small little churches, small little temples, small little chapels along the road. It's just got maybe a pew and a couple chairs and a cross. Maybe people go there on Sunday. Maybe they don't. It's just there for anybody who wants to stop by. So they don't necessarily have a high priest or even buddy. They might have a caretaker, you know, somebody who comes by once a week to clean them and whatever. So we'll give them a caretaker. But I don't know if this minor chapel of the human god of commerce need a full-time priest. Maybe just one guy who's, you know. So yeah, we'll give a dude that takes care of it. So sonic boom. We've got a 19, a 6, and a 13. Got a very short, writes in his diary, who is secretly a werewolf. Interesting. And this dude is gonna roll a 12 and a 6. 5. An elf. Why would an elf be watching the human god of commerce? Did I spell werewolf right? No. What is our elf's name? I mean, our human's name? $18 gives us Vekesh. That sounds elvish. Except it's not an elf, he's a human. So he's not necessarily a priest, you know, at least not in that he casts any spells or anything like that, but he might be, you know, knowledgeable enough to commit to do the services. And he's secretly a werewolf. So there we go. We don't need anybody to, you know, be in charge of the holy site. There might be guards there. We've already got our forbidden shrine. So who runs our forbidden shrine? We'll come up with a D12 and a D6. So D12 gave us a 3. I think that's human. Yeah, human. Normal human. No secret powers. And what is our human's name? We get a 5. Kiara. Kiara sounds like another female. It doesn't. What do we know about Kiara? You got a 5, a 17, and a 6. 5 gives us 1 eye. 17 gives us move slowly. And 6 gives us Wizard's Apprentice. Interesting. Maybe that's how they became occultists. Who has 1 eye and moves slowly due to injuries she got as a wizard's apprentice. So she's got at least 1 level of wizard. There we go. There's a whole story. I mean, we've got this human cultist who's got at least 1 level of wizard, who used to be an apprentice for a wizard, and they got injured, and that injury led them to discovering the fire god. Maybe they were messing around with some fire thing that they shouldn't. Maybe they're a bit of a pyromaniac. I don't know. Then we've got our minor chapel to the halfling god of adventurers. Do you think there would be somebody there who watches it all the time? Probably not. I mean, maybe there's a guard that comes by, maybe a caretaker, that comes by once a week, but not like a. And what is our halfling's name that watches over this? D20. We get a 12. Carlsby. What a great name. Get in the house, Carl. How do you spell that? Carlsby. Carlsby. What do we know about Carlsby? Eight, 18, and 1. His white hair, speaks loudly, and is hiding a fugitive. And he's hiding a fugitive in the secret room underneath the God of Adventurers, Halfling Adventurers thing, because, of course, who is the fugitive and why are they a fugitive? So now we got to generate our fugitive. Did we do this for the last fugitive? I can't remember. Get a 5 and a 6. So 5 gives us elf, and 6 gives us normal elf. Why would a halfling be hiding an elf fugitive? What is our elf's name? Elindos, Elindos. Guess they're like a diplomat or something. And Elindos, what's your story? Why are you on the run? What are you a fugitive for? Elendil's big secret is they're cast out of their wealthy family. Got a 3, a 12, and a 15. 3 gives us very tall. 12 gives us rare accent. 15 gives us cast out of wealthy family. Okay, so we have a very tall elf diplomat named Elindos who's on the run from their family and is hiding out with their old friend Carlsby, the caretaker of the Chapel of the Halfling God of Adventure. So look at that. We got so much stuff going on in the Temple District. And that's not counting like the normal stores and the buildings where you buy food and whatever else, and the that kind of stuff. This is just the normal things that the random generator gave us to tell us some of the story of the area. I assume there's more things going on in the area. Probably more buildings than 3, right? But there you go. What do you think? Are you enjoying this as much as I am, or are you bored? Let me know if you're appreciating this as much as I'm appreciating doing it for you. Don't worry, we're almost done. Then we'll move on to a little hex crawling. That might be more interesting as we explore the wonderful world of solo roleplay, this experimental new procedure. Is solo roleplay the future of the hobby? There does seem to be a lot of channels doing it. I don't know. Thank you to each and every one of you who take time out of their day to listen to me do this ramble and explore the world of Fresno and keep this channel going. And thanks to each and every one of you who have reached out to me recently about certain issues. I appreciate it. Don't worry, they are being taken care of. Please take a moment to like, share, and subscribe. Visit our store and pick up our products. And have a great Saturday. Let's go Super Bowl. Talk to you later.
Sunsets blazing in the rear view, dusty roads that never end. Highways whisper tales of fortune, ghost towns round another bend. Trains half empty, but I'm rolling, chasing dreams I'll never know. In this hard land, I've been searching for a place to call